Your family's dropping hints about senior communities, and you're terrified, but here's what they're not telling you. You have way more options than they want you to know. And listen, I get it. Your kids care about you. They genuinely want what's best for you. They're worried about your safety, your health, whether you can manage on your own. Their hearts are in the right place. But here's what's been eating at me. When did this become the automatic answer? Remember when families took care of each other? When kids looked after their parents when they got older? I know everything's changed. Work demands, distance, the cost of living, dual career families. Life is more complicated now, and I'm not judging anyone for that. But here's my question. When did nursing homes become the norm instead of the last resort? And more importantly, if you knew you had other real options that could keep you safe and independent, would a nursing home still be your first choice? You know what really got me fired up? I discovered that 77% of Americans over 50 want to stay in their own homes as they age. Not 20%, not 50%, 77%. But here's the kicker that made my jaw drop. Only 1% would actually choose a nursing home as their first option. So if almost everyone wants to stay home and almost nobody wants institutional care, why does every conversation about aging sound like we're planning our surrender? I spent weeks digging into this, and what I found honestly made me angry. There's this massive conspiracy of low expectations happening right under our noses. Every magazine article, every news story, every well meaning family conversation, they're all singing the same tune. After 50, prepare for decline. But what if I told you that tune is complete nonsense? Here's what changed everything for me. I was talking to my neighbor Jim. He's 68, and he mentioned how his family keeps dropping hints about senior communities and being safer with help nearby. Jim can still fix cars, grow tomatoes that would make a farmer jealous, and he walks 3 miles every morning. But somehow everyone around him has decided he's fragile. This is where it gets really interesting. The media isn't just accidentally promoting this narrative, they're actively profiting from it. Those glossy ads for luxury retirement communities, they're not selling independence. They're selling the illusion of independence while you hand over your freedom. Think about the last 5 aging-related stories you saw on TV or social media. I bet every single one was about decline, disease, or danger. When's the last time you saw a story about someone thriving at 70, learning new skills at 80, or choosing their own adventure at 90? If you're starting to see this pattern too, hit that like button because this gets even more eye-opening. Here's what really blew my mind. While 77% of people want to stay home, only 52% know how to actually make it happen. That's not an accident. That's by design. When you don't know your options, you accept what's offered to you. But guess what? The solutions already exist. They're just hidden in plain sight. There's something called PACE, Program for All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. It's government-supported comprehensive care that keeps you in your own home. Home modifications that insurance often covers. Care services that come to you. Meal delivery systems designed for seniors. All of this exists right now in America today. But nobody's talking about it because there's no profit in your independence. Now listen, I want to be honest with you about something. Some people do reach a point where they genuinely need round-the-clock medical care, advanced dementia, severe mobility issues, complex medical conditions that require constant monitoring. And for those situations, specialized care facilities might truly be the safest choice. But here's what I've observed, and this is my perspective from watching this for years. Most people end up in institutional care not because they medically need to be there, but because they didn't know they had other options, or because they let their health decline when it could have been prevented or slowed. The question is, are you someone who still has choice in this? Because if you're watching this video, making decisions about your future and capable of taking action, then yes, you probably still have more control than anyone's telling you. And here's where this story gets really powerful. Your body doesn't care what the media says about aging. It doesn't read those depressing articles or watch those fear mongering news segments. Your body responds to one thing: what you actually do with it. Scientists have proven something incredible. Your thoughts literally reshape your brain at any age. Your muscles can grow stronger at 90. Your heart can become more efficient in your 80s. Your bones can get denser when you're 75. At 72, Margaret just did something her doctor said was impossible. She learned Spanish faster than her 20-year-old grandson. While everyone told her to slow down and be realistic about her limitations, she decided to prove them wrong. And here's the crazy part: she's not the exception. She's actually the norm that nobody talks about. I met a woman named Helen who started weight training at 82 because she was tired of people treating her like she was breakable. 6 months later, she was carrying her own groceries and opening jars that her 45-year-old daughter couldn't budge. The difference wasn't their age, it was their expectations. So let me share what I call the quiet rebellion: simple daily acts that prove you're not buying into their story about your limitations. Every morning, before you check the news or scroll social media, take 3 deep breaths and say this: today I'm writing my own story. I'm alive, I'm capable, and I'm choosing what comes next. Then drink a large glass of lukewarm water with lemon. Not because it's a miracle cure, but because it's you taking charge of your day from minute one. For movement, forget everything they've told you about appropriate exercise for your age. Start with a 10-minute walk, not because that's all you can handle, but because that's your foundation. Some days you'll want to walk longer. Some days you'll want to dance in your kitchen. Some days you'll want to do nothing. The point isn't perfection, it's proving to yourself that you make the choices. 2 or 3 times a week, do some stretching or mobility work. Your body craves movement like a plant craves sunlight. Give it what it's asking for. Here's my food philosophy, and it's going to sound almost rebellious. If your grandmother wouldn't recognize it, don't eat it. Not because modern food is evil, but because you're choosing foods that actually nourish instead of just fill. Replace processed snacks with real food: eggs, nuts, avocado, actual fruit instead of fruit flavored anything. Cook simply, with more vegetables and less sugar. And here's a small act of rebellion: swap sugary drinks for herbal teas. Lemon balm, nettle, mint, chamomile, ginger. You're not just changing what you drink, you're changing who makes decisions about your body. If this approach is making sense to you, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, because I'm going to keep sharing these reality checks with you. But here's maybe the most important part: revolutionize what you say to yourself. Instead of "I'm too old for this," try "I'm finally ready for this." Instead of "it doesn't matter at my age," try "this matters more than ever." Spend 5 minutes a day in complete silence. Not meditation, not prayer, just you, acknowledging that you're here, you're breathing, you're capable of writing a different story than the one everyone expects. Here's what I want you to picture right now. It's 5 years from now. You're in one of two places. Option 1: you're in a facility somewhere, eating food you didn't choose, following a schedule someone else made, surrounded by people who think they know what's best for you. Option 2: you're in your own space. Maybe it's the home you have now, maybe it's somewhere new, but it's your choice. You're making your morning coffee exactly how you like it. You're deciding what to do with your Tuesday afternoon. You're living by rules you wrote. The only difference between these two futures is what you decide to do today. This isn't about being perfect or following some strict program. This is about proving to yourself and everyone watching that decline isn't mandatory, dependence isn't inevitable, and your story isn't written by other people's fears. After 30 days of these small rebellions, you'll be stronger. You'll think more clearly. You'll sleep better. You'll be more independent. After a year, you'll be the person everyone points to and says, "I want to be like them when I'm that age." Here's what they don't want you to remember: health is freedom. When you're healthy, You choose where you live, what you eat, who you spend time with, how you spend your days. When you lose your health, other people make those choices for you. Every walk you take, every real food choice you make, every positive thought you think, you're not just improving your health, you're fighting for your freedom. The media says, prepare for decline. Your family might say, be realistic about your limitations. The world says, act your age. But your body says, give me a chance. Your heart says, I want to stay home. Your spirit says, I'm not done yet. Who are you going to listen to? I want you to do something right now. Comment below and tell me one thing, just one, that you're going to do differently today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, because your inner voice has been waiting for you to remember who you really are. Your body has been waiting for you to stop apologizing for taking up space. Your future has been waiting for you to start writing it. Don't let anyone else hold the pen to your story. You decide what happens next. The only question is, when do you start?